All right, the time has finally come. Ever since I showed you guys this bait, I have been getting emails, I have been getting texts, direct messages saying, hey, how's that bait? How do you like it? This is currently one of the most hottest baits on the market. It is the WILDBEAT. Now, this bait is truly different than most swim baits on the market. It is completely different. So, I haven't had it completely dialed yet, guys. I'm gonna be 100% real. This is why it has taken me a while for me to put this video out. I haven't completely figured this bait out. It is kind of a complex bait, and it is different when you look at it. It is not like most of your baits on the market. So, without waiting any further, let's get directly into this bait and kind of break down some of the unique things and what separate this bait from most baits on the market. First off, this bait is flat. When I say it's flat, it's flat. It is flat as my flat bill. It's pretty wild. Now, one drawback to this bait being that flat is when you cast it, the distance on your cast is not gonna be quite as good as it is with most baits. It doesn't go through the air. It's aerodynamic as most baits. Now, as far as the water, when you are burning this bait in, it's just smooth. It's super smooth. And that pause is ridiculous. That's the best thing so far that I have noticed about this bait is when you burn it, and you pause and let off, straight. It just floats like that. Really cool. The burning pause is killer on this bait, especially with a bait being this big. That fish is gonna see it, and when you kill it, they will definitely notice it. Now, one of the other unique things is, I don't know if you guys have seen the video quite yet, but once you get this bait into the shore, you get it close to you, you actually can do a 360. This bait will do a complete 360. Most baits will do a 180, but this one will actually do a 360 when you're actually pop your reel. Now, one other thing about this bait is it's kind of different. I don't know 100% how to control this quite yet, but it will do a one-sided glide. Just like that, for about 10 to 15 feet. Now, whenever you pop your reel handle, it'll come back correctly and do that wide glide. This bait has a very wide glide. Oh, hooked myself. Now, could you imagine with that one-sided glide, if you glide directly on the dock, then pop it and then go back into a regular glide, that should be killer. One other thing I love about this bait is it actually has this yellow part on top of it, which allows you to track your bait. Being able to track your swim bait is key because a lot of times you have those big followers and you will actually want to be able to see directly where your bait is. Now, a couple other cool things about this bait is it has no fins. That is one of the biggest things that most people have commented on, like, why does it have no fins? Well, the reason why is the creator of this bait wanted this bait to have a consistent swim. Whether your fins get messed up on a bait and it doesn't swim quite right, this bait has no fins, so it swims true and the same all the time. And also with some baits, different temperatures, pressure affects the way that a bait swims. Now also, this bait is made out of a really unique and cool material. I think it's actually made out of ABS plastic, and it has these chambers. I don't know if you guys can see it, but from reading, if you actually puncture one of these chambers, this bait will still swim the same because there are actually compartmentalized throughout this bait. So that's a couple things about this bait so far, guys. I actually have a couple comparisons to show the 8-inch bull shad up to this bait. Man, the 8-inch bull shad looks like the Casco bait. It looks so small compared to this bait as far as the size of it. So we'll get into some underwater shots of this particular bait, and hopefully that helps you guys decide how much you like this bait. Now, this was the most expensive bait I have brought so far out of all the baits that I have brought. I paid around $144. That's right, $144, and I've been throwing this thing from the shore. Now, I am not 100% sold quite yet. I would love to have a depth 250 to compare it against and see which one of these baits I actually like better. I know the burn and pause on this bait is ridiculous. That is insane, and you can swim it super fast. It's actually one of the best swim baits as far as a glide bait to swim fast. Now, let's get into those underwater shots and see what you guys think. But as of now, I would say on this particular bait, I'm about 65 to 75% sold. If I would ask to buy it again, would I buy it or not? I don't know yet. So let's get into that video and let you guys see how it swims in the water.